Woo!
Drew and John on the airwaves, seeking mysteries that can't be explained. Sasqwatchers chasing shadows in the night. In the realm of the paranormal they ignite. Sasqwatchers, podcast pioneers, unveiling the unknown with curious ears. From specters to Bigfoot, they dig deep. Sasqwatchers on a quest that's unique.
And we are
It's
the
us.
Sasqwatchers. I am Andrew,
And I am JC.
and today we're going to talk to you about what we do.
We do things, surprisingly.
Lots of things.
Yeah, a couple things, right?
So professionally, I'm actually a chef. How about you, John?
Man, dude, I work in cybersecurity. I don't know anything about it, so I'm just going to pretend like I'm important over here. It's fine.
That's what you should do.
That's what tech people do.
And our business is Sasqwatchers Paranormal Podcast and Sasqwatchers Films. And we have come to you to, ask for some help growing this business because we absolutely believe in it.
Kevin O'Leary, if you don't invest in this, I'm going to be really mad.
That's what she said.
I'm sure a couple people have said that on this before.
I'll be honest, I have never watched the show, but I hear amazing things.
We're off to a good start, everybody.
So now that I have, broken your heart by telling you that I've actually never seen your show, I just want you to know that I am not going to shy away from getting down on a knee and begging and pleading for your help to grow what I think is one of the best concepts in multimedia that's pretty much ever existed, if you want me to be completely honest.
I will absolutely bow down and beg, though, if you want me to.
And we're not above it.
Nope.
Yeah, we have a ska intro in 2024.
It's so 1994.
Exactly. So you must be wondering how much money we need from you. And to be completely honest, all of it sounds good, as John said, but I would settle for something in the range between $10,000 and $20,000. And to some people like yourselves, to sharks in the tank, that might seem not even worth your time. But I'm here to tell you that an investment of that size, listen, could change the world. And I don't say that lightly. Change the world.
Change.
You want to know why? You want to know how? I'm sure you do.
Nope.
So I'm going to go ahead and explain it to you. See, Sasqwatchers started as a humble little podcast. And within 6 months, we are already developing independent films. We have reached a wider audience, and we continue to grow. We have... Go ahead, John.
Did you know that we did a documentary about the Melonheads of Kirtland, Ohio?
I did know that, but I don't think they did.
Well, I was talking to them, not you.
So what do you know about
a documentary?
What do you know about Kirtland, Ohio, Sharks? Do you know
It's
that it is a cursed town that has suffered centuries of terrible, awful, no good things? I'm sure you didn't, but you know where you can learn that? In the film that we produced. And we shot and edited that film within 2 weeks. Boots on the ground, investigation, journalism. That's something that's lost today in the media. Real, true journalism. Unfortunately, you have to look for Bigfoot to find it, but I promise you, it's out there, and it's us. So you must be thinking, What are our sales? Well, how do you really judge that? The only way that we can do that is to put over our pop-up shop that we have on printify.com, which has over 70 designs personally created by yours truly, and one created by my co-host and cohort in this whole thing, JC.
And we've sold countless of them. Amazing t-shirts. I own them. Other people own them. Our fans own them.
But if we
Great.
have to put a number on what our sales were, I would say in 2023 it was roughly $200, which might not sound like a lot, but for an upstart podcast, that's actually pretty impressive. A lot of our contemporaries still don't even have merchandise yet. So, to be very clear, there is not any like super advanced way to put it. We can only give you what we've made from our merch. And we have made money from the merch. You probably want to know how much. Well, how much have we invested? Well, in order to do that, we can talk about our monthly software fees. I have paid $25 a month roughly since September. I have invested in the Rhodes NH1 microphone. So I'm sitting at roughly $500 invested so far into this venture. We both bought extra Bluetooth microphones, which put us at a cost of about $50 or $60 on top of that.
You know, the monetary cost at this point doesn't even matter. The time that we both have spent in this podcast is astronomical. Drew dedicates his life to this entire endeavor. Hours and hours. I mean, outside of like working his physical job, he's invested all of his hours in this. I mean, who else can say that? Anyone in the podcast world, I dare them.
It's a labor of love, and I'll tell you, you might not understand it because you don't come from that world, but I'm talking hours spent away from my wife. I'm talking hours spent away from my children. Since September, we have produced over 50 hours of content.
Oh, yeah.
For everyone to enjoy for free. And that includes a documentary. So, I guess your next question is probably, what does it mean to us? Well, I'll tell you, it means everything. It means every second of my life I am dedicated and invested. And I cannot put a number value on that at all. My children are upstairs sleeping right now as we redo this video for you guys, as flashy and bright, and you get to see all of our cool colors and our purples and our greens right here. Eye-catching designs made by me.
Absolutely made by him. And the best thing is, you know what? As much time as Drew has put in, I can't even come close to it. But I've done the sacrifices I've made, and I know what Drew did. And not only do we have documentaries, we have merchandise, and we have other projects coming up in the fold. So, podcasts are podcasts, right? But we have documentaries, we have movies, we have shorts, we have far out folklore. It doesn't end at the podcast.
No. So, what has been the biggest challenge so far, you ask? Well, the biggest challenge so far is trying to juggle all of that, trying to justify doing it without a return, trying to figure out how to grow a business from scratch. But slowly but surely, we've done it. And I'm willing to bet that we're the only Bigfoot content that has reached out to you. So please take some time and consider us for your show. Because if you look at the numbers, all of the television ratings, the only thing that still sells on TV and draws a rating is the paranormal. And we are the faces of the paranormal moving forward. Thank you.
Put us in the tank. Who's going to bite?
Call me Richard Dreyfuss, because I ain't afraid of no shark.